Okay, guys, this is a reaction video to Kevin Samuel, purpose, soft skills, and I forgot the other point. Yeah, power. Power, purpose, and soft skills. I'm gonna react to this video. I really like this talking to young men, and that's what I think. Kevin Samuel had a lot of good content, excellent content for modern society, men and women, and just modern society at large. On this video, I'm reacting to um, his material on soft skills. I really think soft skills are important in today's society, and like he was saying, I don't think people could transition from, dealing with relationship, dealing with people in your families, friends, and how you converse, and just at the whim, be able to communicate to other people about what you feel and what you think. And then when you go into corporate America, how you want to move up the ladder. Everybody wants six figures and higher five-figure salaries, but it comes with a lot of responsibilities, a lot of skill sets. And to be honest with you guys, just having a degree is not enough. You got to focus on the type of skills that you're looking on. You got to focus on different leaderships to develop these soft skills. Develop these. You take your communication when you're talking to a loved one. You know the difference when you're talking to a loved one versus when you're talking to a friend. A relative and a friend is two different. It's both personal relationship, but you'll talk to your loved one, your family member, different when you talk to a friend, and you'll talk to a person that you're in a relationship different. These are soft skills, knowing how to divert and level set the communications skills when you're dealing with a different type of person, a different type of arena. Like, hey, if I'm talking to a lady I'm interested in, I'm gonna talk to her one way, and when I'm talking to my grandmother, I'm gonna talk to her one way. So just knowing, doing that mind shift and my communication shift style, these are soft skills, and knowing purpose of who I'm talking to, and understanding power dynamics in corporate America. See, these skills you have to develop as a youngster in sports and with girls and just hanging around a circle of girls. They get these skills more. Aunties and mothers and just the community help women more than men. We're taught to go out and play with Tonka trucks. They're taught to go play with dials, social items. Tonka trucks is a social item, but bars is more aggressive. You're not developing these skills. You're developing in sports, but it's more into competitive. So the soft skills is the way to know, as I said previously, how to divert these skills levels. So I like Kevin Samuel's approach. I'm coming from a middle class, working, blue collar perspective, but it's the same. It's corporate. You know, one is in the office, one is at the headquarters of the trucking company or the school bus driver or the city transportation department or sanitation. Doesn't matter. You still have to have competence in soft skills when you're dealing with these environments. There's nothing, still corporate, just a blue collar more. And I believe Kevin Samuels coming from more of an influent side of the coin, and I respect it, and that's his approach to his content, and I can see it is prevalent in his presentation. So he's hitting on some major points here. Without further ado, let's just touch bases in this. I think it's going to be exciting along the way. You tell me what you think. Leave a comment, subscribe below. This is a reaction video. Let's start. We're starting already, I'm sorry.
Let's go ahead and get this person in because he keeps popping in. So you must have something you really want to talk about.
Hello?
Sound like you
Yes.
do.
You've been trying to get on.
Hey, yes. So, my question more so is like, I
First
feel
off,
like I've
introduce
been
yourself.
developing.
First off, introduce yourself. Tell me how old you are and where you're calling from.
Okay, sir.
See, that's righteous right there. When you go, you gotta say hi, hello. My name is Michael. Yeah, I'm just here to speak to you about this situation. I had a question to ask you. I'm 30 some. This is a content creation. So you're creating the content. No one knows you. No one knows the ideal of you. You got to be able to speak into to bring the opposite, that to have a balance in the community dialogue. So they know everybody know Kevin Samuels, but we don't know who this caller is. We don't know nothing about him. You got to give us get into our imagination to give us an idea of who you are, and so now we can see both sides of the conversation in the dialogue. So and that's what Kevin Samuels is touching bases on, and a lot of people don't do this. I'm giving some more insight of what he was trying to say in the first 6 minutes. So you watching this reaction video, you get some more insight as this young man was trying to find out. Uh, so I think if you watch this reaction video, I think I'm giving more of a content. This more life coach and more people sell these skill sets to you. I developed these over years, over a lifetime of years. I'm in my 50s, so I have these skill sets, and I understand definitely where Kevin Samuels is coming from. So without further ado, let's get back into this.
So my name is Joseph. I'm from Virginia Beach. Went to school in DC. Graduated last year.
And how old are you?
24.
Congratulations on graduating, young man. I don't want to take that from you, but that's the beginning. That's the beginning. This is the foundation. You have achieved a milestone in your family, in your lifestyle, in your life, and I'm proud of that. Respect. But this is the beginning, and Kevin Samuels is going to touch on that.
Okay.
And so just to kind of go into it, so I believe I've been working on my soft skills, kind of trying to develop them a little bit better. I've been in corporate environments, but in terms of I'm kind of transitioning to a new job, so I've been finding that.
Everyone's Kyle from Grip Tape. Today, Black Forest Labs released.
Or have to be more like worked on at different jobs, kind of, and just in
I don't
order
understand what
to
you're. Okay,
get a
you're
better.
24 years old. You say you've been working on your soft skills. Okay, I'm going to tell you, they need much more work.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just going to be honest, because you've been trying to get on, which is cool. But the first thing you do when you get into a place, you need to introduce yourself.
Oh,
I mean, when I told you to introduce yourself, see, a lot of times you young guys think the world knows you. You mute the YouTube channel and stuff in the background. Get off Bluetooth, get off speakerphone. Now, you say you've been working on your soft skills, right?
yes.
Did you graduate from college?
It-
Yes?
yes.
What's your degree in?
Economics.
Okay. How have you been working your soft skills?
Just I've been utilizing like LinkedIn Learning. I'm trying to go out, just talk to
Okay,
people
so
more.
you have not hired a coach.
No,
Okay. Why?
just
Be honest. I'm cheap.
it's
I'm cheap.
yeah. I guess
I'm cheap.
so that
I mean, do you want to pay for a coach?
I'm willing to.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no, no,
paid
no,
for.
no. I said, do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay, because when I talk to guys who are people who are in college, see, college is an expense, and you're willing to put that expense because you think the outcome is going to be there. You're going to make more money, have a better job, so you're willing to pay for that. So you're willing to pay for that learning for a different outcome. But this you have not paid for. You're trying to do it the free way. And it's not working.
True. He's right
How are
about
you
that.
supposed to get better
He's right
with
about
soft
that.
skills with inanimate objects?
You can't.
Like
you can
books and
get a
videos.
better process them, I believe.
That makes sense?
Makes a lot of sense, Kevin.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, where do you work?
I work for I'm a federal contractor.
Okay, so are you in an office with a lot of people?
Yes.
About how many people?
Probably 100,
100.
150.
So, and probably half of those people are women.
Yes.
All right.
Probably a little bit more.
So if I asked some of the women in the office about you, or if I asked people in the office about you, would they know you? Would they say nice things about you?
Yeah, I think so. I would say so.
Let me rephrase that question. If I said off the record, would they say nice things about
She
you?
told me.
Tell me off the record what
Yes.
kind of guy this guy is. So, my suggestion, number one, is going to be number one. Um, there's some basic conversational stuff that a lot of millennials and zennials don't get because you spend so much time online or on texting or anything. Um, Even just our conversation is just choppy. There's no real rhythm to it. So you're supposed to say something,
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to soak it in.
but you're in a conversation. You gotta be present. You're supposed to say something right there too.
Yeah. I mean, I've been working on it right now, just trying to kind of take in everything that you're saying. And to be honest with you, this not even trying to make an excuse, but just
How's your romantic
Conversing on
conversing on the phone should be no different than in person. Do you have a girlfriend?
I don't.
Have you ever had a girlfriend?
Yes.
How long ago?
A year ago,
How long did that last?
2 years.
Were you guys sexually active?
Yes.
Okay, 24 years old, you had a girlfriend about a year ago. Do you have sex on a pretty regular basis after?
See, I like what Kevin Samuels. He gave him a nugget, a major nugget. He said, all you guys out there, he gave a nugget. He said, when you develop soft skills, one of the key elements they always tell you, you got to be present. What is present? Present is a present, right, under the Christmas tree. But presence also is a present in the moment. You're the present that you're in the conversation. What he even gave him two indicators, where markers, where he said you should have responded right here, because that keeps the rhythm and the flow of the conversation as if we're in the dialogue between the two of you guys. And he wasn't there. He wasn't hitting. So he coming here for information, but he's not in the dialogue. And he's actively in that moment. In this moment, he's actually teaching this guy. If you pay attention, like he said, he's soaking it up. But it's a time you got to be present. You're not showing present. And this is a lesson we should learn with a life coach. And he's still not taking advantage of the moment. Hop in right now. Like you see guys playing on a team and you get picked up and somebody foul out and they throw another player in, right there, you got to get with the flow of the game right there. It ain't no time to watch and see what's going on and listen to and catch up with the players and what move they're making. No, you got to get in the flow right there in that moment. That's presence. Girls double dutching. You can't jump in there and them ropes are swinging both left and right and in the circle of motion. You better jump in there and be able to get into the flow of that double dutch jump between them two girls, which is you as the third component to this double dutch rope jumping. And you got to get in there and flow with it, or that they're going to crash the ropes or you're going to fall or whatever. And it's going to mess up the rhythm of the activity. And so this is what he's showing him presently right now. This is presence on both sides of the coin. So he haven't caught that yet. So this is free game he's giving him if you pay attention to it. Without further ado, let's continue.
A relationship?
Yes.
Do you make that happen? I mean, you go out, you see a woman, she's attractive, you step to her, introduce yourself, get her number, chat her up, seduce her, take her out. What,
Yeah.
do you do that?
Yes, I do. So I have no problem. Like I don't have a problem in that area. To be honest with you, my whole thing is, and this is what I've been trying to work on for the last few years, trying to convert those types of skills, the soft skills needed for those types of things, into specifically like the career and the workforce. And
I'll tell you one thing, you're
about
gonna need to work with a coach because I'll just take you at your word, but I'm not saying the transition because generally guys who are sexually successful with women who actually can make that happen don't struggle to talk to men.
Did you know you can use AI to create voice?
It's usually harder to talk to women than men. Now I understand in the hookup culture, you guys sex happens to speak, but far more often these days, women are making it happen.
Yeah.
If I had more time, I would ask more questions, and I would be really shocked if it's what you're trying to say it is. But coaching is what it's going to take. Last couple of questions. How much are you making?
Like 60.
What'd you say?
60?
60?
60K.
60,000?
Yeah, 60K.
Okay, what are you doing with the phone, bro? Hello?
It's going in and out. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay,
Yeah, I make 60K.
$60,000.
Yep.
And what'd you make last year?
50.
What's the top end in your position? What's your job title?
I'm a financial analyst. The top end would be more so like 75, I believe.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you this. Coaching, interpersonal communication. Let me go ahead and put my thing in the chat room. I do one-on-one interpersonal communication training. But I would say there's more to it than this. Communications coaching, soft skills, it's just more than talking. It's more than speaking. There's whatever you're doing with the microphone, I don't know what's going on over there. Body language, eye contact, things like that. Because I'll be honest with you, what I'm kind of getting from you, there's some stuff that's kind of missing here, but I can't really go through it much here. I got other people. But yeah, man, coaching, especially if you're making $60,000 a year, better do it now. Don't wait and if nothing else, stop trying to do it for free. So I'm just being honest. Stop trying to do it for free. Free does not work. See, anytime you're on top or you're winning and you decide to slow down, there's usually because there's something coming ahead that you don't want to deal with. There's a curve coming up, and your car does well straight, but you don't know how to corner. You can't drift. You can't do something. Well, the way I used to think back then, I'll wait. I'll figure it out. I'll analysis paralysis instead of speed into the corner. Learn, figure out, and one of the best things, one of my best friends in here will tell you, one of the best things I ever learned is to admit I don't know shit.
Honestly.
One of the best things I ever learned through therapy is to admit I don't know a damn thing.
Thank you.
You're good at this. I don't know how to do it. Teach me.
Thank you.
Best practices. And trying and failing. See, a powerful man understands it's a long-term game.
Amen.
And it's not, you don't worry about failing in front of people who don't necessarily matter to your in-term success. Yeah, you fall. People are gonna laugh. Think about when I was a young boy and I played the cornet. 4th grade cornet, it was hell on my family and my neighbors. I sounded horrible. But when I went from cornet to 2nd chair, 3rd chair cornet, 2nd chair cornet, 1st chair cornet, then I graduated to trumpet, but I had to go back to 3rd chair trumpet instead of 1st chair cornet. Yeah. 2nd chair trumpet, 1st chair trumpet, drum major, jazz band. There was a time about 6 years later where my neighbors would come outside, pour a glass of wine, smoke their cigarettes, and wait to hear me play Dizzy Gillespie, Miles Davis, Herb Alpert.
Yeah.
Just something. You have to have the patience to go through the pain. So a lot of us don't want to deal with the pain because we didn't learn how to deal with pain. This is where daddy not being there fucks up so many of us because we got all this testosterone and we don't know how to deal with pain in a masculine way, so we end up bitching out. We end up dealing with pain in a feminine way because we was raised by our mamas. There's no shot at the mothers. But mothers cannot raise sons effectively to deal with male emotions. Emotions and testosterone are fucking dangerous.
Yes.
What's your degree in?
Economics.
Okay. How have you been working your soft skills?
Just
You got to really understand. This is where I would say purpose come in, and the title, purpose. You got to be purposeful. You got to be able to develop these skill sets. And there's a role. I think that's why you have a mother and father. That's why it takes two to make a child and to come into this world. Because there's a balance there, you know. And if you're missing that balance, I don't care how one person is good, great. I'm a single father. I try to keep my kids' mother as much as possible in their lives because I know it takes a woman, that feminine side, uh, to help a child. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to indicate to you guys, I'm a man. You know, I was raised by men, and I came up a little hard in the 70s and 80s. So it was a different era back then. You know, that was the end of the industrial civilization, and so I understand the principles of drive and working hard and not showing weaknesses. And I understand that's a good thing. That's a bad thing in certain situations for men too. But I went through that process and went to college and got my degree. And I learned soft skills, developing these interpersonal skills. So it actually therapy, took some therapy classes, courses, and spoke to, uh, went through some sessions of therapy to help me out develop, to see the things I could see, you know. And so I know it's important. So that's why I'm always trying to keep my kids in the mother's life because I know that's the mom. I can never be a mother. I never say I could do. I don't know that. I don't know what a mother is. I know what a mother is, but I don't know how to be a mother. I don't know the responsibilities. I can't walk in a mother's shoes. I'm a man enough to tell you that. I'm not gonna be foolish and say I can walk in a mother's shoes. I can't. I never will ever be. I can do my best as a man to put my son or daughter in the best quality I can, quality of life, but I know I can't. And this society now, they lose them skills. You know, a mom is there at the house, helping out, keeping that house together. You learning soft skills through her. Dad's out there working hard, bringing in the bread, making sure we got the foundation of things out the way, the gas, electricity, everything in place. These are things that the foundation the father do, working at sweat his brow, you know, ain't complaining because he got beautiful kids and a beautiful wife and he got a home to come to. And she's happy because she can nest and take care of them kids and cook their dinner and eat what she wants and talk to her neighbors as a lady and be a woman. Have her femininity grow and blossom. Then have to deal with the hard, cruel worlds and realities of this world as a man. I got to go out there and bust. I got to pick up cans, get wiring, cut grass, mow, work the steel plant, work the salt plant, work the Purina dog child, whatever it is, working sanitation, doesn't matter. As long as I come home, man, and take care of them bills and have a family and we can grow as a family, I'm doing my part as a man. That's my job. That's my position. So these are purpose. And so when you miss these situations where the mother is raising the kids, she can't be at home and be in her feminine way. That's where you lose some soft skills. She got to go out to work to cover the rent, to cover other things. You know, dad's gonna help where he can, but he got to take care of his home too. And they're not together. So when a single dwelling family and the mother's raising, she lose all them motherly feminine skills. She don't have the time and the space to do that because she got to get out there and be a nurse. She got to go out there and do whatever she had to do to make her money, to take care of her bills. And that's hard on a woman's psyche and her emotions. And I've seen it in real time. So I think he's hit on some real key points on here where our community has lost. So not hating on her, I just want to explain that more further in detail. Without further ado, let's continue on. Come on, Sammy.
And this is no shot at the mothers. But mothers cannot raise sons effectively to deal with male emotions. Emotions and testosterone are fucking dangerous.
Real talk.
I was talking to a friend of mine who's a psychiatrist, and I was like, you don't, anyway. Pain. Pain has a purpose.
You created an environment in which I
Yeah, we're gonna let the pain do have a purpose. Pain is serious, and you got to be able to understand that.
But incorrectly channeled through the feminine emotions in a masculine frame leads to chaos and destruction. Because all it takes is that one bad decision, one wrong move, one wrong step, and you can have life altering choices. This
Real
is why
talk.
training is so important. Discipline is so important. Power is not a boy's game, it's a man's pursuit. Power in all things, power at all times. The game of power is something that men worldwide approve. We understand, and black men in particular,
Yes, sir.
this is what we must start doing. Our women are in power. Understand something. Power only accedes to a demand. You want power? Power must be taken. It's
Taken.
not given. Our
Amen.
first thing in our community is we can talk about the bonnets and the slippers and all this other stuff until we actually are working together and take the power position in our own community. No other race of men has to take us serious. So yeah, while we sit around and talk about Big Shirley and all this other stuff, yeah. One way to actually combat this stuff is become the group of men we need to be, and we determine what's acceptable for them, and then they have a choice. If they want to be on our plan, they want to be on our, they want to be on the winning team. They want to be where this is. They gotta decide to do what? Drop the weight, check the attitude, put the bonnet up, all the stuff we've been asking. Get power. Then you can start making demands.
See, he's hitting on several points here. The power, from his perspective, we're talking about like in the black community. I believe the power has been shifted, and it was given to women through the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. I've seen that. They had a plan. They had a long game plan. This system, this system of discrimination and separation has been running a long time, man. It was smoothly shifted from the 60s when they gave you the freedom. They said one hand they said here, here, the other hand they said here, but then the other hand they said stop the black community. So they gave the woman position and power, and she got this power, and she got, I believe, got intoxicated with it, and now you're going to college. You know what I mean? There was always black people going to college. Don't get it twisted. You got many professors, many from early. We got some right now that went to college in the '60s, and before that, we have other black community members all over the nation that went to college. So there's always black people going to college, but it wasn't the scale of it until the late '60s when they gave you all this freedom, all this illusion, and the feminist movement put these indoctrinations in the black woman's head, and then she won. I gotta admit, they won, and that was the agenda. And once you start feeling power and getting intoxicated with the power and buy this dream, because really the white woman went back when she got her power through the suffragette movement. She stayed with her man. It was a big time in World War I, World War II, where there's a lot of white males that died. Vietnam. So there's a lot of pocket of women that lost men that had to be replenished. But how you keep the balance of one population that was the lower marginalized population that was growing and they had more men, and how you control them through that movement in the 60s. And you convince the black women to go with that movement. There's many statements, articles, community dialogues all over in African American studies. People talk about these issues, and they had to acknowledge when you look back on history, they say hindsight is 20/20 vision. You can see what happened. So now we're going through a period where the man has been out the house for the last 30, 40 years, and the black woman has won, and now the system, the white man system has, I don't like to say white man system, but the population has balanced back out to where it was previously. Now the system has shifted now. Now it's going back. You did a great job by separating the black family. I'm sorry they used you. That's the truth. We can look at statistics now. Like I said, hindsight's 2020 vision. You can look back on. We got people like Kevin Samuel and other content creators and other speakers, women and men, have acknowledged that this is the case because you can see it. It's perfectly well visible. And now we got to deal with that now. Now the black men don't want to deal with this situation, and now we got to get back together. We've been dealing 30 years, dealing outside the house, dealing with this system, and now the system being broken down and reestablished, and now it's going back to an era before, around in the 60s, before the late 60s, and now they're getting rid of the welfare system. They're putting time limits on. You can't be on the 10, 20, 30 years. You can't live generational welfare recipients. Now after that, what you got to do now? You got to go back to your man. You got to partner up, or you're not going to survive. Because today, the prices of rent, price of food, and it's not going down nowhere time soon at the level where you can afford. And if they give you 2 years, you cut off, you need another baby. And any man gonna know when a woman is trying to get a baby. So that's not gonna work. It'll work sometimes, but it's not gonna work all the time. So now we're seeing it, and then men are getting more educated and being more aware of what's going on and understand the power dynamics that they're seeing, like Dr. Claude Anderson was talking about Powernomics in his book Powernomics. Check that book out, Dr. Claude Anderson. You see the economic base, and it's not fruitful for the man to be with a woman that thinks like a man. It's not going to be helpful. And he's touching on some of these bases, but I don't want to go too far into that. But there's going to be a shift in the black community in the relationship between the man and the woman. It has to be. And men are now getting back in their position of power because now you need, because the government's cutting things off left and right. Now you're going to have to need, and you have to deal with it. But now you got to deal with a 30-year generational mind that's raised up kids to think that way. So now you got the 80s that's raising babies in the 2000s, that's been going to college and degrees. We're talking about some of our heavyweight Kamala Harris generation that had children, not Kamala Harris, but birthed children in this world and taught them the same thing they was taught from the late 60s. Now they're passing that down in 2000. So it's at least two generations of women that's been intoxicated on this illusional power, but now it's been taken away. And what you going to do now? It's hard. It's going to take time. We have to come back as a black community and work this out. So I think this is what Kevin Samuels kind of touching on, but he's not going deep into it. I just want to look deep into it on this reaction video because it really hits hard because I see it all over the country. Without further ado, let's get back into this content.
I don't expect black women to give us anything. They shouldn't. We have to take it. Because if we got every other group of men has to fight for power. You have to fight for power amongst them. Well, how are we going to fight on both sides? We got to fight all women and the world? Yes.
Speak on it, Kevin.
What you want me to tell you? No. Cry me a river. Fuck you. There's no crying in baseball. Oh, man, that's fucked up. Man, the Monahan report and the civil rights movement, yep, you right. You know me, I'm on your side, but I ain't never had nobody tell me to get to the back of the bus. I've never really feared a lynching. I mean, come on, man. I am the number one advocate, but I am more of an advocate for men taking power. And the first thing you must master is yourself. If you cannot master you,
say that. I totally agree with that.
You can call yourself a high value man, an alpha male, a select guy. You can call yourself Rumpelstiltskin, is all I care, but you can't lead nobody if they don't choose to follow you. You can pound your chest and say you alpha, 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 alpha. But if they're not following you, what are you gonna do? Sign language them? Oh, you should follow me because I'm an alpha. Look at how strong I am. Look at how deep my voice is. Look at my beard. Look at my tattoos. Look at this. Look at that. No.
Doesn't work that
Alphas
way.
don't have to walk around saying I'm alpha.
Yep.
Grandfather with a 4th grade education. You've all heard this before. If you got to say I'm a man in my own house, you've already lost. If you got to go ahead and tell people you're an alpha, what? Power. 3 male archetypes. And I'm opening up the call lines. 3 male archetypes. And this is what I'm about to really go into the black male community. Stop being stupid. 3 male archetypes: refined, rakish, and rogue. Refined, I fall into the refined category. Much more of a sophisticated gentleman. Martinis, that kind of stuff. Don Draper, Mad Men, that's a refined kind of style personality. Rakish, think of Johnny Depp. Think of Johnny Depp. Think of actually Tony Stark in Iron Man. Robert Downey's Tony Stark. He's much more of the rake. And then the rogue. The rogue, think Han Solo, Harrison Ford. Much more of a swashbuckling personality. Refined, rakish, and rogue. I've talked about this. And the more direct translation to the black community would be the pretty boy, the bad boy, and the roughneck. The pretty boy, the bad boy, and the roughneck. Problem is, in our community, we have made it to where only one only one personality is considered to be above all the others. We've made it to where the rogue, the roughneck. We made it to where the roughneck is the only thing we'll accept. Because see, the bad boy can still have a suit on. The rogue doesn't wear a suit. We've made it to where we only accept, we have a one-dimensional masculinity in the black community. This is why people continue to call a man like myself gay. When every other community, I'm just called a producer. The concept of calling a man gay because he actually cares about his appearance, is learned, and does the work day in and day out, we minimize it because you've been told that the only masculinity in that's valid is the roughneck. And this is, I'm gonna say in Generation X, this is where we dropped the ball. We seeded the ground to gangster rap and hip hop. We went to college and X-Clan and Public Enemy were in. And we seeded the ground to this gangster rap hip hop, the thuggification of black America, to where you got to be street or hood to be a man. Except that don't run no business. That doesn't run any businesses. The rogues of any group doesn't build like the bad boy, the pretty boy. The rogue of any group does not build like the refined and the rake. Now, why is every other group, they don't fight between those three? But in our group, it's constant infighting because we got this only one can be right. Some people call it the Highlander or the Jesus thing. And if you as a black man cannot get over this bullshit, or if you're not alpha unless you're a roughneck.
Hey, I totally agree with what Kevin Samuels here is saying right now. This is the last one I'm going to touch on in this video. We got to understand the difference. And I think today in time in society, you know, with Kevin's bless his soul, he passed on. I think
Get out.
I think
Out of here.
I think he had a great message to the black community, to American society, modern society at large. because his first approach, I think, was just to modern society, but he had a leaning towards the black community. But his message could hit everybody, modern society, and he has to deal with class. He dealt with so many topics, so many issues that if you really listen to his material, you really can see it. It comes through now, shining light after he's passed. And, people feel like they can't really talk to him now because he's passed. So I think the black community, is low key, but his material is so potent and so strong and so visceral and visible and needed that you can see it, truly see it. So, and now and today in 2025, it's evident all over the map. It's evident. So the things he was talking about is really stronger now at present now because of what's going on with the economics, the climate, the American climate, and I think he came at the right era, right time, to reach a lot of African American blacks, African American Negroes, however you want to title yourself. Uh, but I said the black community, he reached a lot of people to give back, to really focus on this. And I think that was right on time for this brother. The brother left a legacy here. In a short time and space, there's a legacy that was needed. I appreciate this brother for what he did do. If you could get past the exterior, if you could get past whatever situation you might know of the brother, but what he did here on social media as a content creator was magnificent, awesome, and a legacy building. He did. He did his job. And that's the short years that he was here, brother. He did his job. That's why I wish every brother, sister on the planet Earth leave something like this back for the next generations to come that can still be harnessed and the message still potent in the future. Man, that's why I got to react to this brother. I'm gonna react to some of his material. I'm gonna touch some bases on here. I'm not gonna sit here and say I like how you sit. I went through all three stages. Um, I like what the brother said. I come from a middle class working family out of Missouri, raised in Washington State. Uh, but the brother touched on some major points, and I respect it, and I honor it, and I gotta put that out there to this brother, to this black man, to this king. He did what he did, brother. I appreciate you, man. I wish I could have gave you flowers in person in the human form when you was here. But man, I'm giving it to you now, brother. And I hope people watch this reaction video and understand this brother was magnificent, was royal, and his light is shining. So yeah, man. Salute you, brother Kevin Samuel. Salute you, brother. And I'm gonna react to some of your videos, man. I'm gonna respect the ones that you have things on there, stating certain principles. But you got so much content out there, man. I don't even have to touch the other ones. And as I develop my content creation, I'm being 100% honest. Um, I'm gonna give you some of my insights through brother Kevin Samuel's material, and I hope you take what he's saying and some of the things I can pull from where he's coming from and give him more of an insight because he had time. And you got to realize it's a business too. So right now you got me to do this at this stage of my content creation to give you back. I'm being 100% transparent with you. As I grow, of course I'm going to have to monetize things. That goes with the nature. This is what I'm choosing. The content creation I'm doing it from the bootstraps up. So if you watch my videos, my reaction videos, you'll see me give credit to credit's due, and I'm gonna give you a little more insight what I feel he was trying to say, and what I take from it, and maybe it could respond and give you a deeper understanding of where he was coming from, where he couldn't say it because like he said, he does life coaching and everything, and he has his principal business set up. Now that he's passed, he don't have them principal business set up as he had previously before. He don't need them now. So I'm gonna touch on some things and give you some more insight as I build mine. And once I get to that point where I can, I do some, I have my own business on the side, but I haven't streamlined everything yet because I believe teaching from bottom up. That's just from the base foundation up. I want to start the roof. I want to start the foundation. So without further ado, man, I'm gonna end this video. Check it out. Check my content out. Subscribe to like my videos, my reaction videos, my other videos online. Um, if you get a moment, really respond to this video. Leave a comment, like below this reaction video. Without further ado, I'm gonna end it right now. The brother was brilliant. The brother had a message. The brother seized the moment, and he gave his message while he was here on planet Earth. And his presence is still his vibration is still strong. And I wish everyone the best that watched this reaction video, and give much respect to Kevin Samuels, a king.